Time travel. A topic that has captured the imaginations of storytellers and scientists alike. From the classic DeLorean in Back to the Future to the quirky TARDIS in Doctor Who, time machines have taken many forms in pop culture. Throughout history, people have been fascinated by the idea of traveling to the past or the future. Ancient myths from various cultures include intriguing tales of time travel. In Hindu mythology, in the Vishnu Purana, the story of King Revata Kakudmi unfolds. He travels to heaven to meet the creator Lord Brahma, seeking his advice on a suitable husband for his daughter. However, upon returning to Earth, Revata is shocked to discover that many ages have passed during his brief visit to the heavens. The concept of time dilation is evident in this myth, where time passes differently in different realms. The Japanese folklore of Urashima Taro revolves around a young fisherman named Urashima no Ko. During his fishing adventures, he visits an enchanting undersea palace. After spending 3 days there, he decides to return to his village. However, upon reaching his home, he is astounded to find that 300 years have passed, and he has been forgotten by everyone he once knew. His family has long gone, and his village lies in ruins. This tale reflects the theme of time travel, where a short visit to a different world results in a significant time difference in his own reality. While they may not conform to modern scientific theories, they continue to captivate our imaginations, sparking curiosity about the mysteries of time and space. Einstein's theory of relativity opened the door to the possibility of time dilation, where time can slow down or speed up depending on factors like gravity and velocity. And who could forget Stephen Hawking's ideas on the chronology protection conjecture? Wormholes, black holes, and parallel universes. These are just a few of the mind-bending concepts that could lead us to the ultimate question: is time travel possible? Albert Einstein's theory of relativity explains that time and motion are interconnected, and nothing can surpass the speed of light, which is about 186,000 miles per second. Time travel is made possible through a phenomenon known as time dilation. Time dilation means that the way one person perceives time can differ from another person's experience based on their motion or location. Similar time dilation was noticed in the Vishnu Purana, the story of King Revata Kakudmi from Hindu mythology. As per Einstein's special theory of relativity, time's passage varies depending on your speed. The faster you move, the slower time appears to pass for you. Moreover, Einstein's general theory of relativity reveals that gravity also influences clocks. In the presence of strong gravity, time moves more slowly. Imagine a person staying near the edge of a black hole, where gravity is incredibly intense. For that person, only a few hours would elapse, while 1,000 years would pass for someone on Earth. If this person returned to our planet from near the black hole, they would have essentially traveled to the future. This is a real effect and is widely accepted in the scientific community. So, time travel is indeed a real thing. But it's not quite what you've probably seen in the movies. Let's dive into our top 20 time travel incidents and unexplained mysteries, all in search of the truth behind these incidents. At the conclusion of the video, we have provided experts' opinion for each incident. Although these stories are captivating to watch, it's essential to remember that they are only stories and guesses until science proves them. Number 20. Modern astronaut in the 1600s. The Cathedral of Salamanca holds many unusual carvings, but none are as surprising as the depiction of a modern astronaut. This cathedral, formed by two churches from different centuries, has captivated people with its mysteries. Among its unique carvings, one stands out, a figure of an astronaut. The puzzling question arises: how could a structure built in the 12th century feature an emblem of modern human achievement? Who was the artist who seemingly time traveled into the past and left behind the carving of an astronaut in the ancient Cathedral of Salamanca? Number 19. iPhone in a 1670 painting. Art enthusiasts believe they have discovered evidence of time travel in a 350-year-old painting called Man Handing a Letter to a Woman in the Entrance Hall of a House, by Dutch painter Peter de Hooch. The painting depicts a domestic scene, and in it, there is a figure holding an object that strikingly resembles an iPhone, even though iPhones were not invented until much later in 2007. The resemblance was so remarkable that even Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, was fascinated when he saw the painting during a visit to Amsterdam in 2016. At a press conference, Cook expressed his astonishment and pondered the possibility of time travel, considering the iPhone's creation timeline. Number 18. The time-traveling hipster. This hipster has become a famous example of potential evidence for time travel, causing much discussion on the internet since 2010. The photo, taken around 1940 during the reopening of South Fork Bridge in Canada, shows the hipster standing out from the crowd with his unique fashion choices. He wears sunglasses, a modern-looking t-shirt, a sweater, and carries a camera, which contrast sharply with the styles of the people around him. Time travel enthusiasts have further pointed out intriguing aspects in the photo, such as his modern haircut and taller stature compared to others in the picture. These details have sparked curiosity and speculation about the possibility of time travelers mingling among historical events. The photo is claimed to be authentic, adding to the mystery and fascination surrounding this enigmatic hipster figure. Number 17. The Greek statue with the laptop. Ancient Greek statue of woman holding laptop raises eyebrows, starts time travel theory. The relief carving shows a woman seated on a throne-like chair, her hand extended out to open up an object which comprises of two surfaces, one lifted up at a 90-degree angle to the other. It has especially caught the fancy of conspiracy theorists due to the presence of two holes in a tablet-like object that look like USB ports. People have speculated as to the nature of the device handled. Most argue it looks like a modern-day laptop. Number 16. World Cup 1962. Football fans have been buzzing about a curious sight in an iconic 1962 World Cup photo. The picture captures Brazil captain Mauro Ramos jubilantly holding the trophy after his team's victory over Czechoslovakia in the final match in Chile. Amidst the throng of reporters and photographers surrounding Ramos, sharp-eyed observers noticed something peculiar. In the background, just in front of the center back, there appears to be a person holding a recording device that remarkably resembles a flip phone. The puzzling part is that flip phones didn't become available until 3 decades later, making this individual seem like a time traveler from the future, witnessing the historical moment years ahead of the crowd. Number 15. Andrew Carlson, a self-proclaimed time traveler. In January 2003, a 44-year-old man named Andrew Carlson was arrested by U.S. federal agents for committing major SEC violations. He made an astonishing 126 high-risk trades and miraculously didn't lose a single penny, turning $800 into a staggering $250 million. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission grew suspicious, believing he had access to privileged information. However, what Andrew revealed in his defense was beyond belief. He claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2256. To prove his extraordinary identity, he offered information about Osama bin Laden's location, a cure for cancer, and even showed a remarkable photograph of the time machine. Strangely enough, there were no records or sightings of Andrew before December 2002, adding to the mystery. Shortly after his arrest, a mysterious individual posted $1 million for his bail, and Andrew was released. But when he was scheduled to appear in court on April 3, he vanished without a trace, leaving the FBI baffled and unable to find any traces of his existence before December 2002. The peculiar case of Andrew Carlson remains an enigmatic tale of the unexplained. Number 14. iPhone in an 1860 painting. A 162-year-old painting, The Expected One, by Austrian artist Ferdinand Georg Waldmüller, has captivated the internet with its intriguing detail. In the artwork, a young woman appears to be engrossed in a small, rectangular object she holds in her hands while walking along a countryside path. The striking resemblance to someone lost in their cell phone screen led some internet users to speculate that the object could be an iPhone, raising intriguing notions of time travel in this 19th-century painting. Number 13. Andrew Basiago, a controversial time traveler. Since 2004, Andrew Basiago, a lawyer from Seattle, has been making bold claims about his involvement in a secret government program called Project Pegasus during his childhood from ages 7 to 12. According to Basiago, this program focused on teleportation and time travel. He asserts that he traveled in time on 8 occasions using a time machine based on Nikola Tesla's teleportation plans found after his death. One of Basiago's most extraordinary claims is that he appeared in a historical photograph capturing President Abraham Lincoln's visit to Gettysburg in 1863. He alleges that he time traveled to 1972 when the photo was taken, using a camera in East Hanover, New Jersey. Additionally, he claims to have traveled 6 times to the Ford Theater on the day President Lincoln was shot, though he did not witness the event. Number 12. The story of Sergei Ponomarenko. In Kyiv, a man was discovered wandering the streets in a peculiar outfit, seemingly out of place for the current time, and carrying an old-fashioned camera. Surprisingly, he claimed to be born in 1932 and insisted he was 25 years old. The situation took a bizarre turn when he showed the authorities a Soviet passport from the 1950s that still depicted him as a young man of 25. According to his account, the man had been photographing Kyiv before inexplicably finding himself 48 years ahead in time. Curiously, the police inspected his camera, only to realize it was an outdated model from the 1970s. They sought the expertise of a specialist to develop the film inside, and to their amazement, the images turned out to be incredibly well preserved. The photos portrayed Kyiv as it appeared in the 1950s and even included pictures of the man himself, Sergei Ponomarenko, along with another woman. Strangely, Sergei was wearing the exact same clothes he had on when he approached the police for help. The last picture in the collection featured an unidentified flying object, UFO, in the sky, adding another layer of intrigue to the story. As Sergei claimed it was the last thing he photographed before being transported to the future. Number 11. Håkan Nordqvist, Swedish time traveler. Håkan Nordqvist made a startling claim that he had experienced time travel and met his future self. He stated that he journeyed to the year 2042 and encountered a 72-year-old version of himself. This extraordinary event reportedly took place in Sweden on August 30th. Surprisingly, he didn't use a conventional time machine. Instead, he claimed to have traveled through a wormhole found in his kitchen sink cabinet. While fixing a leaking tap one day, Håkan entered the sink cabinet and unexpectedly found himself in a passage that led to the future. He emerged into the year 2042, a door to the future seemingly hidden in his very sink cabinet. To provide evidence of his journey, he recorded a video of himself with his 72-year-old future self in the year 2042. Number 10. Ancient Swiss ring watch. In 2008, a team of archaeologists made a mysterious and puzzling discovery during an excavation in China. They found a peculiar artifact in an ancient tomb, raising questions and sparking curiosity among experts and the public alike. The artifact was a mud-encrusted Swiss ring watch, and what made it even more intriguing was the fact that it was found in a sealed tomb that dated back 400 years. The archaeologists were astonished by the modern appearance of the watch in such an ancient setting. Some people speculated that this find could be evidence of time travel, as the watch seemed out of place in its historical context. The watch's hands were frozen at 10:06, adding to the enigma surrounding the artifact. Another striking feature was the word Swiss, or Switzerland, written in English on the back of the watch. While the watch's presence in the ancient tomb remains a mystery, some experts believe there might be more to this story than meets the eye. Further research and analysis are needed to shed light on this intriguing and baffling find. Number 9. DuPont factory worker chatting on phone in 1938. The footage from 1938 has emerged online, raising intriguing discussions about the possibility of time travel. In the vintage clip showing people walking towards the camera, a young woman stands out as she appears to hold something to the side of her head. Towards the end of the clip, she lowers the object from her ear, revealing what seems to be a dark hand-sized item, remarkably similar in size to a modern mobile phone. This peculiar discovery has sparked curiosity and speculation, with some commentators considering it as possible evidence of time travel. Number 8. The time-traveling surfer. A strange photo from 1917 has resurfaced online, leaving many people questioning whether time travel is possible. The photo, taken over 100 years ago in Canada, shows a group of men, women, and children sitting on a hillside. However, one man in the photo stands out, as he looks like he belongs in the 20th century rather than the early 1900s. The discovery of this peculiar photo was made in Lester Ray Peterson's 1974 book, The Great Cape Scott Story, which recounts the history of the Canadian region. The man in question is dressed in a very baggy t-shirt and shorts, with a modern windswept haircut, making him appear out of place among the other people. One person next to him seems utterly surprised by his presence, almost as if he suddenly appeared in the scene when the photo was taken. This mysterious photo has sparked fascination and discussion about the possibility of time travel. Number 7. Cell phone aging over 800 years. Claims have emerged about the discovery of an 800-year-old mobile phone in Austria by archaeologists. The object appears to be a clay model of a phone with ancient writing on its keys. Although it resembles Nokia phones from the early 2000s, the writing on the keys is in an ancient language called cuneiform, used in Mesopotamia around 3000 BC. While some people on conspiracy forums speculate it could be a work of time travel, the true nature of the phone-like object remains a mystery. Number 6. 1500-year-old mummy in Adidas. In 2016, the well-preserved mummified remains of a female were discovered in a Mongolian cave nestled deep within the Altai Mountains. The cave, situated at an altitude of approximately 2,800 meters above sea level, proved to be an ideal environment for preserving the body, along with an iron kettle, clay vase, and bowl. However, it was not the body itself or the accompanying artifacts that caught people's attention. It was the peculiar footwear. Observers were quick to notice that the shoes on the mummy bore a striking resemblance to a classic pair of white Adidas trainers with red and black stripes, similar to the company's snowboarding range of boots. While the mummy certainly wasn't wearing actual Adidas Superstar trainers, as they were first introduced in 1969, the discovery led to various intriguing speculations online, with some suggesting the possibility of time travel. Number 5. Mr. Pynchon and the Settling of Springfield. The post office in Springfield, Massachusetts houses a mural titled Mr. Pynchon and the Settling of Springfield, painted by Umberto Romano in 1937. This historical artwork, one of 6 murals in the building, remains untouched since its creation. The mural portrays William Pynchon, an English colonist and fur trader, engaging in trade with Native Americans from the area. However, amidst the bustling scene, a puzzling element catches the eye. One of the Native American men appears to be gazing at a peculiar object resembling a 21st-century smartphone. Remarkably, the artist passed away in 1982, long before the advent of iPhones or modern smartphones. Some internet sleuths have intriguingly suggested that this mural could be evidence of time travelers bringing advanced technology to the past. Number 4. Jesus and a Sputnik satellite. Art enthusiasts have made a peculiar observation in a 400-year-old painting of Jesus Christ. In Ventura Salimbeni's Glorification of the Eucharist, which dates back to 1595, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are depicted. However, in the background, there is an intriguing element, a blue sphere with spikes that some believe resembles Sputnik, the first satellite to orbit the Earth in 1957. The painting, created centuries ago, had previously puzzled art experts until the resemblance to Sputnik was noticed. While some have speculated on the presence of a satellite-like object in an ancient painting, it remains an intriguing mystery, leaving art lovers and enthusiasts to contemplate whether it's an illusion or a subtle nod to futuristic elements in art's rich history. Number 3. The Man from Taured. In July 1954, a smartly dressed man arrived at Haneda Airport in Tokyo, Japan, and claimed to be from a mysterious country called Taured. Customs officers were puzzled as they had never heard of such a place. The man's passport was issued by Taured, but the country couldn't be found on any map. He argued that his country existed for 1,000 years and pointed to the area occupied by the Principality of Andorra on the map. Despite further investigation, no evidence of Taured was found, and his personal details didn't match any existing records in Tokyo. The mystery deepened when the man vanished from his hotel room the next morning, leaving no trace of his personal belongings or documents. Despite tight security with guards stationed at the only entry and exit point, he seemed to disappear without a trace. Some theories suggest that he could have come from another universe or was a time traveler who mistakenly landed in Japan. Number 2. 1995 Mike Tyson fight. Even to this day, boxing fans remain convinced that a time traveler was present at ringside during Mike Tyson's dominant match against Peter McNeely in 1995. The fight ended quickly in the first round, with Tyson displaying his powerful punches, leading to McNeely's eventual disqualification when his concerned manager entered the ring. Upon reviewing the recorded footage of the match, fans were left astounded by a spectator at ringside who seemed to be recording the event on what appeared to be a modern-day smartphone. The device in question had a camera lens positioned on the top left, unlike the cameras of that period, which typically had lenses in the middle. This peculiar observation gave rise to the time traveler conspiracy theory. Some viewers were convinced that the device resembled a Samsung Star Android model in white, which was released in May 2013. Number 1. Charlie Chaplin movie Women Time Traveler. After spotting a woman holding a mobile phone in the background of a Charlie Chaplin movie from 1928, conspiracy theorists are claiming that time travel is real. The image from the silent movie, The Circus, shows a woman in a black top hat and white gloves holding a device in her hand, resembling a modern mobile phone. However, handheld mobile phones weren't available until the 1980s, decades after the film's release. Many explanations have been proposed, such as ear trumpets or pocket radios, but the woman's behavior, including talking into the device while walking alone, has led to speculation that a time traveler might have been caught on camera. There you are with top 20 time travel incidents. Let's find out the truth behind these time travel incidents and see what experts are thinking. Number 20. Modern astronaut in the 1600s, experts' view. Despite various claims suggesting involvement of aliens or time travelers, the mystery surrounding the astronaut carvings in the Cathedral of Salamanca has been revealed. It turns out that the astronaut carvings were not from the 12th or 16th century as believed, but were actually added during a renovation in 1992. One of the artists working on the cathedral decided to leave his mark with a modern twist by carving a figure of a 20th century astronaut. So, there's no need to believe in conspiracy theories, as it was merely a creative addition in more recent times. Number 19. iPhone in a 1670 painting, experts' view. The artist explicitly described the painting as depicting a letter, not an iPhone. The title of the artwork, Man Handing a Letter to a Woman in the Entrance Hall of a House, further confirms that the intended object is a letter, not any other device. Additionally, experts have identified the object as a prayer book, not an iPhone or any modern gadget. While this painting does not provide evidence of time travel, it does remind us to be cautious about our subjective interpretations of the things we see and experience. Number 18. The time-traveling hipster, experts' view. Was this man truly a time traveler who went back to witness the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in 1941? It seems not. Despite his appearance being ahead of its time, all the items he is wearing were indeed available by 1941. Although not common, glasses with protective side shields were already around in the 1940s, as there was a patent for such sunshades dating back to 1938. The logo on his shirt turned out to be the M of the Montreal Maroons hockey team, active in the NHL from 1924 to 1938. Even the camera he's holding had counterparts in 1941, as Kodak had already introduced similar-sized cameras. So, while he may seem out of place initially, his appearance was entirely possible for the time when the photograph was taken. The mysterious hipster turned out to be a fashion-forward individual of the 1940s, not a time traveler. Number 17. The Greek statue with the laptop, experts' view. While mysterious occurrences have intrigued people throughout history, the excitement surrounding a sculpture supposedly proving time travel in 100 BC has been swiftly dismissed. Experts suggest that the object is more likely a jewelry box or a wax tablet used by ancient Greeks for writing. When comparing similar depictions in Greek art, it becomes clear that an ancient tablet closely resembles a small laptop, similar to the object seen in this grave marker. The holes in the sculpture, often present in ancient marble artworks, might have held wooden or perishable objects in the past. Additionally, the two holes on its base indicate an ancient repair, possibly two metal pins used to secure a now-lost marble component. This incident is not the first time that people, both in galleries and on the internet, have claimed to find evidence of time travel in historical artworks. As captivating as these theories may be, experts often provide rational explanations behind such mysterious findings. Number 16. World Cup 1962, experts' view. While it's a fascinating coincidence, experts are quick to attribute it to an optical illusion or an object that merely resembles a modern device, rather than evidence of time travel. In the bottom center of the photograph, the person is holding a box camera, not a mobile phone, which was not invented until 34 years after the image was taken. The photographer's skilled maneuvering of the camera with one hand gives it an uncanny resemblance to a modern flip phone. During that era, box cameras were quite popular for photography. Number 15. Andrew Carlson, a self-proclaimed time traveler, experts' view. Experts have found no credible evidence to support the existence of Andrew Carlson or his alleged time-traveling abilities. While there are individuals who successfully navigate the stock market anonymously, it remains uncertain whether Andrew Carlson's story is genuine or a mere hoax. Some people consider it an urban legend that has circulated on the internet since the early 2000s. The SEC, responsible for regulating the stock market, has not confirmed the existence of Andrew Carlson or any related investigation. As the truth behind this story remains uncertain, it leaves us questioning whether it was a mere trading luck, a real incident that turned into a hoax, or something else altogether. Number 14. iPhone in an 1860 painting, experts' view. According to art critics, there's a simple explanation to the illusion. The woman is said to be reading a prayer book during her stroll rather than browsing social media. In an interview with Vice, Gerald Weinpolter, CEO of the art agency Gerald Weinpolter GmbH, said, "The girl in this Waldmuller painting is not playing with her new iPhone 10, but is off to church holding a little prayer book in her hands." That certainly is a more logical explanation than time travel. Number 13. Andrew Basiago, a controversial time traveler, experts' view. Despite Andrew Basiago's repeated claims about being a test subject in the secret government program, Project Pegasus, and his alleged time travel experiences, there is a lack of substantial evidence to support his story. The photograph of the Bugle Boy from Gettysburg is the only visual proof he presents, and it has not been widely accepted as conclusive evidence of his time travel adventures. While some remain intrigued by the possibility of time travel and the mysteries surrounding such claims, skeptics argue that without further concrete evidence, it is challenging to validate the authenticity of his experiences. Number 12. The story of Sergei Ponomarenko, experts' view. The most significant concern is the lack of concrete evidence. Shortly after the incident, Ponomarenko vanished, and although there are numerous photos of the supposed time traveler and copies of the images discovered on his camera, the original pictures cannot be located. Additionally, there is no trace of Ponomarenko's girlfriend, the psychologist who interviewed him, or the photographic analyst who authenticated the photos. The mystery surrounding the situation only deepens, leaving many puzzled by the truth behind Ponomarenko's extraordinary tale. Number 11. Håkan Nordqvist, Swedish time traveler, experts' view. Håkan Nordqvist's story took an unforeseen twist when he chose to share his fabricated experience via blogging. As his tale gained popularity, it quickly became a sensation on the internet, with people intrigued by the idea of time travel. Soon after, a major pension firm in Sweden called AMF approached him. They saw an opportunity and turned Håkan's story into a documentary, which they proudly featured on their website. However, as the documentary circulated, public opinion began to shift. Many skeptics viewed Håkan's encounter as nothing more than a cleverly crafted pension commercial. Number 10. Ancient Swiss ring watch, experts' view. The discovery of the Swiss ring watch in China remains shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. Despite being widely reported by media outlets, there is little information available about the background of the archaeologists and journalists involved in the story. The specific details of the tomb's excavation, its location, and the individuals responsible for the discovery have never been disclosed, leaving many questions unanswered. Some consider it a potential out-of-place artifact, OOP art, while others remain skeptical, leaning towards the possibility of a hoax. Number 9. DuPont factory worker chatting on phone in 1938, experts' view. According to a YouTube user, the device seen in the 1938 footage is an experimental wireless phone created by the industrial company DuPont at one of their U.S. factories. The user claims that the young woman in the video is their great-grandmother, Gertrude Jones, who was 17 years old at the time. Gertrude recalls the experience vividly and explains that DuPont was conducting experiments with wireless telephones in their factory's telephone communications section. She and 5 other women were given these wireless phones to test out for a week. However, other experts have differing opinions on the matter. Some suggest that the object the woman is holding could be anything from a handkerchief to a hearing aid, and without sound in the video, it's challenging to determine if she is engaged in a conversation. While the mystery remains, the story adds an interesting twist to the discussion surrounding the possibility of time travel. Number 8. The time-traveling surfer, experts' view. Opinions about this photo vary among people. Some believe that the man could be a time traveler, while others argue that t-shirts were already in existence at that time and became more common soon after. They point out that other men in the photo are also wearing shorts, which appear modern. Whether the surfer man stands out or not, his clothing might have been fashionable during that era. The mystery of the photo continues to spark curiosity and discussions about the potential for time travel. Number 7. Cell phone aging over 800 years, experts' view. The lack of specific details surrounding the dig and discovery of the phone-like object has led many experts and researchers to question its authenticity. Without credible sources or official confirmation, the photograph remains shrouded in mystery and skepticism. Some conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts continue to debate the object's origins, suggesting possibilities such as time travel or ancient technology. Until further evidence or credible information comes to light, the true nature of this curious object will remain uncertain. Number 6. 1500-year-old mummy in Adidas, experts' view. Upon close examination and analysis by experts, it was revealed that the mummified body belonged to a Turkic seamstress who crafted the shoes herself around the year 900. It was speculated that she skillfully made the shoes, rather than embarking on a mysterious time travel journey to purchase them from a store and then return to meet her fate in the cave. However, the exact truth remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving room for speculation and wonder. Number 5. Mr. Pynchon and the settling of Springfield, experts' view. Experts suggest that the object depicted in the mural is likely a mirror of European origin, which was commonly exchanged during interactions between settlers and Native Americans. The man's gesture of holding it up to his face indicates that he might be looking at his reflection, rather than holding a modern smartphone. This interpretation aligns with the historical context and highlights the complexity of historical artifacts. Number 4. Jesus and a Sputnik satellite, experts' view. According to art experts, the ball depicted in the painting is believed to represent the celestial sphere or the universe, with the spikes symbolizing God's power and dominion over it. The portrayal is seen as a metaphorical expression of divine authority and the interconnectedness of the spiritual and physical realms. As with many historical artworks, interpretations can vary, leading to lively discussions among art lovers, historians, and those with a fascination for the mysterious and unexplained. The intriguing elements of the painting continue to spark curiosity and debate, leaving the true meaning open to interpretation and the realm of speculation. Number 3. The Man from Taured, experts' view. The story of the Man from Taured has been sensationalized, but it does have its roots in a real incident, as reported by news sources at the time. However, the truth behind the incident is not related to alternate universes, but rather a case of fraud. The incident occurred not in 1954, but in 1959. The man involved was identified as John Allen Kuchar Zegras, who had been using a fake passport to travel and deceive various countries. His scheme came to an end in Japan, where he was convicted of illegal entry and fraud at the age of 36 in April 1960. Number 2. 1995 Mike Tyson fight, experts' view. Despite the fascination with the time traveler theory, experts and skeptics have put forth alternative explanations for the mysterious smartphone-like device seen in the audience during the 90s match. The device in question bears a striking resemblance to cameras that were commercially available during that era, such as the Casio QV-10A, the Casio QV-100, and the Logitech Photoman. It is more plausible that this footage captured someone using a pocket camera like Logitech Photoman, which was available at that time, rather than a time traveler from the future who journeyed back to 1995 with a modern camera phone. Number 1. Charlie Chaplin movie Women Time Traveler, experts' view. The idea of the woman in the Charlie Chaplin movie being a time traveler is strongly contested because she would need a cell tower to use a cell phone, which didn't exist in the 1920s. However, there is a more plausible explanation. She could be holding a big, clunky, old-fashioned, carbon-amplified hearing aid. This device, patented by Siemens in 1924, was held to the face, similar to how a cell phone is held today. It was invented around the same time the circus was filmed. So, while the time travel theory is intriguing, a historical hearing aid seems to be the more likely explanation. The mystery of time travel stories continues to intrigue many. Whether coincidence, hoax, or misunderstanding, these stories remind us of our curiosity for the unknown and the endless possibilities that capture our imagination. We hope you enjoyed this journey through some of the most intriguing time travel tales. Don't forget to like, Subscribe and comment below with your thoughts, and share your favorite stories with us. Until next time, stay curious, stay amazed, and stay safe.